beefy chocolate milk would be cold, beef-flavoured chocolate milk.
We're back.
We're back!
And it's an
been a
episode.
whole week.
It's been a whole week. We happened to get some good time in, so we're recording extra episodes. Today, this morning, a couple hours ago, Best Day Ever just dropped, so hopefully that's gone well. I thought that was a pretty good episode.
It was,
You've
yeah.
already listened to some of it.
I listened to a bit of it this morning, yeah, and it's a good one.
Yeah. So today, we are going to do a classic game. You play it at school, you've played it at the pub. It is Would You Rather.
Yes, it's one of my favourite games.
Food edition. So we are using, you recognize this site. I've never heard of this company, but there's a group called Beano.
So Beano is like a British institution in terms of comic books.
Right.
And they have like Dennis the Menace, Dastardly Dan, etc. It's been going on for decades.
So is it, do you remember Mad TV? Mad magazine?
No, I don't know if we
Oh, right, okay. That was kind of like an old school magazine and very similar. They would do like jokes or comics, and it was like a kid's magazine, but it was, Okay, so it's sort of like
I didn't actually know that this was still going. I don't know if it's still in magazine form or if it's all online.
Mad Magazine, I think, was around in like the 50s and 60s, and it's still around today. It's like an old classic. Oh, do you know who Key and Peele are?
I
The
recognise
comedians.
the name, but I don't know who
The
they
two
are.
black comedians. One of them just released that movie, No, where so it was like an alien abduction.
Nope. I thought that was garbage.
Really?
Yeah, the worst one of the three, because there's...
Because they did Keanu
Keanu?
with the little cat they're trying to get that little kitten back, and he's like taken by this gangster group.
I don't know that one. I know Get Out.
Get Out, yeah.
Is it Us?
Us. Well, now, those are like the proper horror movies that What's His Name has made. Those aren't comedies. Those are meant to be like, comedic horror. I guess.
Yeah, but Nope, I actually went to bed. I didn't watch all of it. Andy watched the last bit of it. And when he came to bed, I was like, so what happened at the end? He was like, there was like some jellyfish balloon. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't stay up for that then.
Right. Well,
and him, the main actor, I can't remember his name, is really, really good. And I don't know if you've heard of Skins.
I know of it. It got really big in the U.S. right as sort of like British culture was starting to like become really popular. Obviously, we listen to like a grime now and drill, but Skins. And then what's the In-Betweeners?
Yeah.
Sort of similar.
So
sort
that
of thing.
actor, the main actor in Nope and Get Out and etc. He plays this like wannabe gangster kind of guy, but he's really well spoken. So he'll like talk in proper gangster spiel, and then they'll say something to him. And you're like, oh, terribly sorry. It's just quite a funny.
So all of that was a tangent to say that Mad TV. That's where they both started on Mad TV. Keegan Michael Key and Keenan, not Keenan Thompson. He's from. Welcome to Something Burger.
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah. Anyways, this is the episode about food.
Is this our 6th episode now?
This is our 7th episode.
We
also, as of this morning, have hit 200 listens to the podcast. So I just want to say, well done. High five. Handshake. We can't... I've never shaken somebody's hand and they just... Pat your wrist on the top.
It's like a little high five.
It's almost like
handshake.
Well done, but also stop. Like a slap on the wrist. But yeah, so we've hit 200 listens. Thank you
all
guys.
All over the world as well. It's not
all
just
over the world.
UK and US.
We got people in Russia listening. We got people in Japan, people in Jamaica, Belgium, France, New Zealand. Obviously the UK and the US.
We've gone global.
We're international stars. Thank you everybody who listens.
And gives feedback as well. I think the feedback that we've had has been really positive. That's quite reassuring.
The interaction. I think one of the most common bits of feedback we get is people say, I guess the way we hold a conversation, they find themselves wanting to impart into the conversation during the podcast, which I think is really good. It's solid engagement.
Yeah, definitely.
But today's episode is Would You Rather?
Can I ask you a would you rather that's not food based quickly?
Yeah, go on.
It's one that I always separates people. Would you rather break a puppy's leg or punch a baby? I mean, not just talking like a little punch a baby.
Like
you've got to give it some beans.
But would that not kill? That would just be murder.
Punch it in the foot if you want.
Oh, right.
You just got to punch it.
I just have to punch a baby or break a puppy's ankle.
Yeah.
This is kind of dark. This is like some 4chan.
It's always a good opener because you get a feel as well.
It does separate.
Like if you play Cards Against Humanity, you know the sort of people that you're with.
Yeah.
Whether that friendship's going to continue based on your...
the jokes and whether they laugh.
Yeah.
This one sort of, it's like, this is what your therapist would ask you when you sat down so they know how to approach you. I would probably say break puppy's ankle. Because I think, I mean, it's not any better, but I just think...
More socially acceptable.
More socially acceptable to abuse an animal rather than a small child.
Yeah.
Not that either should be done, but... Yeah, I think the obviously I'd feel guilty for either, but the repercussions and the emotions I would feel after punching a baby.
A brand new baby.
I'm not allowed to like hold back.
No.
I have to like properly.
You've got to give it your angriest beans.
Yeah, I just couldn't feel good about myself after something like that. Not that I could after breaking a puppy's ankle, but at least I could. I don't know, justify it to myself. Yeah, I'll buy you some wheels. Yeah. Like I can't. So yeah, what would you do?
I'm not going to answer.
Damn it, Jodi.
I think I would also have to do the puppy leg because I could not bring myself to hurt a child. I couldn't bring myself to hurt an animal.
I know.
But
that's why you have that question stored away because it is very divisive.
You can use that at your will.
I will. Thank you.
Use it liberally.
I'll send you the check later. So this is the hardest ever Would You Rather quiz, food edition from Beano. Shout out to Beano. I absolutely would have thought that this was a bean forum, but would you rather... So I'll ask you the question.
Okay.
And then you give your answer, and then I'll give my answer.
Okay.
So, would you rather eat fish that tasted like ice cream or eat ice cream that tasted like fish? I already know my answer for this. Partially because you asked me earlier.
I think I would...
Eat fish that tastes like ice cream or eat ice cream that tastes like fish.
I'm going to go fish that tastes like ice cream.
Right.
But you could also go for ice cream that tastes like fish if you were doing like a really experimental dish.
See, I find it... I'll go ahead and give my answer because then I can explain my thought process. I would go eat ice cream that tasted like fish.
Go on.
Because I could not eat the process of eating a fish and like the way it is texturally... It would be more difficult for me to wrap my mind around that and accept that than eating a spoonful of ice cream that just has an odd flavor.
Like a Cherry Garcia salmon.
Yeah. I couldn't, because it is a salmon and, it's like having a steak that tastes like cake. You couldn't, your mind's like, this is a steak, I've cut into it, this will taste like this because it's the meat of a cow. But eating a fish that tastes like, this tastes like...
I don't know though, because you think like you could have salmon with like a sweet chili. I'm gonna go fish that tastes like ice cream.
This is good. I'm glad that they're different.
I'm gonna put polls. Do you say poll or poll?
Polls.
On Instagram.
Yeah, it's a poll.
Poll. Yeah, I don't know. Your crazy accent. I'm gonna do each of these questions on the story.
Very good. So you guys will have a chance to
once the episode goes live.
Yeah, nice.
And then we can have a bit of interaction from that and feed it back the following week.
Right. The next one. Would you rather eat only unripe bananas or eat only squishy bananas?
I am only going to eat, if you have to just physically eat the banana itself,
right,
underripe.
Fair. If it has to be raw consumption of the banana, we're not talking an ingredient.
Purely for texture reasons.
Yeah.
I would get over the bitter underripe flavour for the sake of the texture.
That's fair, yeah.
Because I don't think I could handle the squishy banana. Even though they're so much sweeter, it's actually really loads better for your digestion as well.
Is it?
To eat overripe bananas. You know, if a banana's more spotty and brown, that's the best time to eat it, apparently.
Is it? I don't know if it's just me, but like, do you find that Jack Daniels smells like bananas? I mean, I guess you'd almost need like Jack Daniels here to like sort of equate that.
I think that Jack Daniels tastes like regret. And
it does.
Like regret.
Yeah. It tastes like regret for sure.
Too many terrible experiences to.
I mean, I'm not particularly a fan, but I always find like I know if there is Jack Daniels nearby because why does that smell like bananas?
I don't think banana, the honey one though.
Banana.
I don't think it smells like banana. But
I can't.
I'm going to say it until you stop laughing. I don't think it's. Don't think it smells like banana.
Why are you guys saying it? Does everybody say banana like that? Banana. I don't know if it smells like banana. It's almost like
sing it.
Like it's a small song. Banana. And so I don't really understand. So it's like you decide to start.
Irish then.
Oh, was that Irish? Oh god.
Yeah, but then you say banana.
Banana. Everybody does. An American accent is like some Jewish guy from New York. It's like, yeah, it's a banana. Okay. Well, maybe that's Brooklyn. Maybe that'd be like an Italian heritage. Somebody who's born in New York, but it's like, yeah, I'm fucking walking here. It's a banana.
Have you seen Sex and the City?
No. I'm aware of it.
Do you know the
it's
character
like
Steve?
Big? Mr. Big?
No.
Is that Mr. Big? Okay, that's the only character.
Oh, okay. That's the only character in the whole thing.
Sarah Jessica Parker and...
Kim Cattrall?
No. I only know Sarah Jessica Parker because she's quite famous anyways.
Cynthia Nixon?
No, I don't know who any of them are.
Miranda, the tall ginger. Anyway,
my mom absolutely loves this show, and she'll be very upset that I didn't.
So, Miranda's partner Steve, he's like this little Brooklynian. He's a Brooklynian. And there's this like video that's going around, someone sent it me, and the way he says Miranda, and it's like, Miranda. Like that, and then there's like a compilation of someone else doing that impression. It's just really funny. It's like, Miranda.
That's like, what's her name? The lady from Monsters, Inc. who always does all the paperwork. Mike Wazowski. Where's your paperwork, Wazowski?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think Jack Daniels smells like bananas.
Anyway.
Well, the honey one smells like
So
curry.
we've just had a tangent on a tangent.
Double tangent.
And that's why it's called food in that.
Yeah.
So, as far as my answer for the original question, which was, would you rather eat only unripe bananas or eat only squishy bananas? You've said only unripe for textural reasons. Mm-hmm. This is under the assumption that you were just eating a raw banana, because if you weren't, you could just say, well, mushy bananas and I'll make banana bread.
Also, I would rather have an underripe banana sliced up. If I was to have it, I wouldn't, because the thought of a banana sandwich makes me internally
peanut butter and banana sandwiches?
Shut up, David.
That is good. That was like Elvis's specialty. Your grandma will know about that.
Yeah, she loves a bit of Elvis. When I was a kid, my mum and brother would have bananas and custard. I'd have to have custard creams and custard, because
that reminds me of what was it? What's it called? Banana...
Banoffee pie?
No. There's something in the US that's very popular. I think it's just called banana cream pie or something like that. But it's basically bananas, Nilla wafers, which you guys don't have here, but they're like these little brown, very basic cookies, really. But they're sort of like a sweet cookie, but they're small and round. And it's sort of like, I guess, our version of, I don't know, like a shortbread biscuit. It's, it's not anything fancy, but it's that, bananas, and then I think whipped cream or some sort of, like, do you guys have Cool Whip here?
No.
You don't have Cool Whip?
No.
Do you guys have Miracle Whip?
No.
Wow, you don't have Miracle Whip?
No.
It's like, I mean, their whole thing was like, oh, it's mayo, but it's better. I think it's just mayo with extra vinegar.
What?
But, yeah, Miracle Whip.
Dessert?
No. This is my own mind
then.
has taken its own vacation. But like, Cool Whip is a dessert thing. It's like a a cold, heavy whipped cream.
Yeah.
But then you have something called Miracle Whip, which is supposed to be this direct competitor with mayo in the U.S. Wow. And it's basically like a tangier mayo. I think they put a little bit of vinegar and maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if it was pickle juice or maybe like a little bit of garlic. But it's just, looks exactly like mayo. But
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. I'm surprised you guys don't have that. My dad loves Miracle Whip.
Quite a bold statement to call a product as well, isn't it? Miracle Whip, especially in the US.
I mean, if you're gonna go toe to toe, you're gonna Jesus cream. I didn't even know that. If you're gonna go toe to toe with the monolith that is mayonnaise, you got to come with like a solid name. It's like the UK goes right off the bat. We're gonna rule the world. We're Great Britain, and then they did rule half the world.
Make Britain great.
Make Britain great again. You can make anything great again, to be honest.
Just throw some Miracle Whip at it.
Throw some Miracle Whip at it. That might be the title of this episode.
So you would happily unpeel and eat an overripe banana?
Yeah. No. Sorry, not overripe. You have convinced me actually, because initially I was going to say squishy bananas. But then, since we made the distinction, it has to be you consuming the banana by itself.
Can't be an ingredient.
It's like you're having a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
I would say you're absolutely right with the unripe banana.
Yeah.
You couldn't... The texture and I think it is really
kind of
just...
like
it's like eating a tube of baby food, really.
Yeah. Also, you never make eye contact when you're eating a banana.
Well, the implications are steep. So, next question. Would you rather... your chips were hot and rock hard. Now, chips, for the Americans, this is French fries or steak fries, as we'd probably call it. But, yeah, we're not talking about, like, potato chips. We're talking about French fries chips. Would you rather your chips were hot and rock hard or your chips were cold and soft? Now, rock hard, obviously, they've been fried too long. I think everybody's had a French fry.
Or undercooked.
If they're rock hard.
Undercooked
chips. Right. It's basically raw potato. Yeah.
That's how my brain is perceiving this question. And 100% cold and soft.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you get from the fish shop.
Yeah.
After
cold
the next morning.
Or like leftover McDonald's chips.
Yeah, I mean, you made a very divisive statement a couple episodes ago about...
Burger King's chips are superior.
Because I will take it to my grave that Burger King's burgers are absolutely better. But... the chips, I think fresh chips. I know McDonald's used to be the best with their, was it beef tallow? They used to fry their chips in beef tallow. And that's why their chips had this like sort of godly status. You're frying it in beef fat. But because they wanted to appeal to a larger audience and it wasn't vegetarian or vegan or halal, they changed it to being fried, I think it's just fried in vegetable oil. But yeah, so they're vegetarian.
We're going to have like a taste test. I'll have to go and pick up some McDonald's fries and some Burger King fries.
But yeah, so you would say chips soft and cold.
Yeah, I couldn't eat an undercooked chip. I don't care how hot it was.
If I'm thinking of this as my French fry or my chip has been over fried. So, if you have
hollow.
Yeah, it's almost like a hollow, it's almost like eating dry pasta.
Yeah.
I would probably say cold and soft.
Yeah.
Because I did think for a sec I could have the hot and hard. I could have the
That's the name of this episode.
hot and hard. I could have the hot and hard and just sort of think of it like pork scratchings or like actual potato chips. But there's a chemical that's released in overfried food called it starts with an A. Agro something. Agromythricin, I think is what it is. But it's basically when something is over fried, it releases a carcinogen. Acrylamide, that's what it was.
Is a chemical that can form in some foods during high temperature cooking processes, such as frying, roasting, and baking.
Yeah. It's basically when you over fry something, whether it's in the oven or the but yeah, acrylamide is a known heavy carcinogen.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. When you're working in the kitchen, that's why it's actually better to underfry something than overfry it.
Oh.
Because you release the carcinogen. But it
I
has
guess
to
then
be...
as well, that comes hand in hand with changing your oil in your fries as well.
Yeah,
obviously
100%.
it gets a lot darker, so it's not as like aesthetically pleasing. But to be fair, fresh oil I think looks gross. You know, when you cook chips in brand new fresh oil, they're like anemic.
I love it.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Well, then you can run the temperature at a higher cooking rate, and the reason the oil goes dark is because moisture is being released into it, and then if you really let it go a long time, whenever you try to fry something, even when it's up to temperature, it'll just, all the oil will go foamy when you drop it in, and it's because there's so much moisture that it's taken out of whatever you fried, whether it's chicken, potatoes, stuff like that, and it compromises the oil. So, yeah, fun fact for you. So, I think we're both in agreement on that. Your chips would be cold and soft.
Yeah, cold and soft for me.
Yep, cold and soft. That's how I like mine.
I like my men like I like my chips.
Yeah, I was going to say that's how I like my women, but cold and soft, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Dead.
I'm into corpses. What can I say? Right, would you rather eat only red food or eat only yellow food? Now, this one's kind of interesting because it's not necessarily nasty.
Red. There's more savoury red food than savoury yellow food. Now the question Unless you add turmeric to everything.
Well, oh my God! You then become yellow. Yeah. Have you ever done a curry and like not put gloves on?
Yeah.
And you just look like you're slowly going into what's it where you go all yellow?
Liver failure?
No. I mean, it is attributed to that, but it's what jaundice? That's what it is.
Yes.
When you go
like
jaundice.
Newborns.
Yeah, and you go all yellow. Yeah. God, turmeric. You could dye things with turmeric. But
I'm going red.
Now, here's a question: would you count chicken as yellow? Because it is kind of.
No.
Would you say white? I guess it is white meat.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Would you say that beef falls into red category?
Yeah, red meat.
Red meat, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Even though when you cook it, I guess if you have it rare or medium rare, yeah. Okay, so I'll say red as well because I really can't fault you on that.
Red or dead.
But potatoes, are they yellow?
They're white. You get white potatoes. They're called white potatoes.
A French fry though, or a chip, is very obviously yellow.
Mashed potatoes white. I could live in mashed potato life.
So would you say you can only eat potato when it's cooked in a fashion that makes it yellow? Or are we talking about raw ingredient?
Raw ingredient,
color.
red.
Okay, all right. We have to make the distinction.
Yeah, we can make our own rules up.
Make our own rules. So I would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Eat only red food. Yeah. Pasta. I mean, you basically wouldn't be allowed to have anything Italian if you went with yellow.
Unless you had beetroot pasta.
Beetroot. I did have
or
beetroots.
Lentils. I know it's not Italian, but
I think they were boiled beets, whatever those are at the co-op, where they're just in like a
vacuum pack.
Yeah, the vacuum packed ones.
Yeah,
they were really nice. I like it. And something else I like is those just like turmeric turn anything they touch into the color that they are.
Yeah.
But I saved the juice from them and I put it into I had some spicy water as I usually do, and I mixed it in there and made it like a beetroot juice.
Oh.
It was actually really good. Really, really good.
And apparently water.
Nah, it's kind of got like a little bit of an earthy flavor to it. Yeah, it was really nice. And then the reason I bought them was because Warwick ran out of dog food. And we sort of looked up, every now and again, if we run out of dog food, we'll just feed him like a raw diet for a couple days until some comes. And I did him eggs, just like boiled eggs, no seasoning or anything, because obviously he's a dog.
Yeah.
And then beetroot.
Which I imagine goes against everything you believe in, is not seasoning
The first time that I tried to make him a raw diet, I was like, yeah, I'll do him a raw diet. And then just scrambled his eggs. Like, I scrambled eggs with butter and, salt. And then Meg came in and she was like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm just doing him some eggs. And I really had a moment of oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't.
No.
It was so, I just
people
didn't.
Eggs.
Yeah, I was like, he can't have this.
Although parsley's quite good for them, isn't it? Good for their breath.
Yeah, but beetroots are one of the best things you can feed a dog, apparently.
Why?
They're fantastic for them. Well, beetroots in general are actually really healthy. If you can have beetroot, it does a great job of cleansing your system. It's, antioxidants. Similar thing that you get from, like, acai berries and blueberries.
Is it like anti-inflammatory as well?
Yeah, anti-inflammatory. Yeah, so beets are just... If you can get a hold of beets, they're fantastic for you. And they do even better stuff for your animals.
Have you ever had a...
And he loved them. The only difference is... Sorry, I just interrupted you.
Did he think it was meat?
No. He ate it completely, and then he looked like... You know that little rabbit from Monty Python in the cave where he's like this... He's like, oh, it's only a rabbit. And then he turns out to be this, like, killer rabbit.
Savage.
That's what Warwick looked like, but it was purple.
The savage cappuccino. I think this might be quite a British thing, but a cheese and beetroot crusty cob.
Before I had beetroot, I would have questioned that. But I would agree with you 100%.
Like a stronger cheese, quite thickly cut.
I just went...
Sliced beetroot, pickled beetroot.
I've started recently going to the Blue Boar in Leicester.
Yes, I parked outside there the other day.
Really nice pub.
Tiny, isn't it?
Independent, though. So it's not run by some brewery like Everard's or anything like that. Yeah. So you're not going to find any Peroni or Carling or anything. You walk in there and you don't recognize a single beer. And then you go to pay for it, and they're like, oh yeah, £3.
Yeah.
Because it's not run by a brewery, so the prices aren't set. They charge whatever they want. But yeah, I went in there, and they're cobs. Have you ever been in there?
I've never been in
there. They're cobs. If you don't even go in there for a drink, go in for the cob. They do these cobs, and they're proper old school, where it's like half an inch thick slice of cheese, basically like a section of an onion. So it's the whole ring all together. It's not been chopped up, and that's half an inch thick, and then like a load of like mayo or ketchup or whatever. Or they did, their new one now is you get like almost an entire round. You know those ones that, the little things of camembert you can buy at like the co-op, and you can do your own baked camembert. One of those on a cob, and then in the center they've put red onion chutney.
Ooh, you bleeder.
And then it's like a crusty cob. So, yeah.
Is that on Hotel Street? Is that where it is?
It's right across the street from Bistro Pierre.
Yeah.
So,
Firebug.
Bistro Pierre also is not
I've
bad.
never been there. Been to Firebug a lot, which is opposite.
Firebug...
Good venue.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think we went and saw a stand-up comedian there. But I like that they have video games out front. And you can play like video games at your table. Yeah, it's really cool.
We've proper digressed. Next question.
Yes, absolutely. Sorry about that. Would you rather eat Christmas dinner on a really hot day or only eat ice cream at Christmas?
Christmas dinner on a hot day.
100%. One, I think ice cream is probably my favorite dessert. As I said in the best day ever, affogato.
Yeah. Bless you.
I eat Christmas dinner on a really hot day. I don't really think... I mean, I get what they're trying to do.
That's my option. That's my choice.
Christmas dinner is very much...
on a hot day.
Yeah, why would that be an issue?
Yeah.
I don't get... I mean, I see because it's a Christmas time.
And only eating ice cream at Christmas, excuse me, that'd be crap because I'd want to eat Christmas food at Christmas. I could eat Christmas food any time, but I wouldn't want to just eat ice cream. I could eat ice cream whenever I want.
Yeah. Yeah,
because it doesn't say only eat Christmas dinner on a hot day. So I can have a Christmas dinner and then an ice cream.
It just says
they've not thought this question through very well.
Yeah, well, Jodi has pulled Beano apart.
Yep.
Right. Would you rather eat spaghetti with a spoon or eat soup with a fork?
Spaghetti with a spoon.
100%. I mean, soup with a fork, that immediately becomes like an hour-and-a-half meal.
Yeah. It would be gazpacho by the time you'd actually come to...
I would actually rather only be able to eat soup by drinking it out of the bowl.
Yeah.
Because with a fork, how do you even enjoy that? So yeah. Yep, that was an easy one.
Yep.
Next one. Would you rather spicy food was never spicy enough or spicy food was way too spicy? I think you know my answer on this one.
Spicy food is way too spicy?
100%. I couldn't... Spicy food was never spicy enough scares me.
That'd be fine for me.
Because I would just be eating raw, like...
You'd give
Reaper
yourself the
peppers.
shits, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
or some sort of like ulcer from God,
Yeah.
just trying to achieve a level of spice that I'm never allowed. I'm just being edged. It's just edging for spice.
We'd have to perform an exorcism or
It
something.
just what's the spice equivalent of incredibly horny? That's what I would just and never being allowed to get that satisfaction.
Yeah.
That would be torture for me. I don't think I could do that.
You'd
It would
rather
have to
something
be-
was too spicy.
But that's usually what I do to myself.
Yeah.
It's just that's where you want to be is just a step
you
over
already edge yourself with spice.
No, you just want to step over your comfort zone.
Oh, no.
One step when it comes to spice.
We're like opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to spicy food. I would 100% rather something not be too spicy, not be spicy enough.
Actually, I've got a couple treats for you that I'm glad you've said that related to spice because as you'll have seen on the Instagram, I've been fermenting some things.
Yes, was it honey?
So, crushed red peppers and chilies in a jar of honey, and then chopped chilies in whole peeled garlic
Oh, you bastard.
in honey, and the garlic honey basically goes real viscous, real
Yeah.
liquidy. And that is a drizzle on anything is
yeah.
amazing. And the garlic soaks up the honey, so it's almost like a sweet, savory treat. You could just pop the garlic, and it's incredibly healthy for you.
Yeah.
It is a massive boost to your immune system.
Very good for the heart, garlic as well, isn't it?
Is it? I didn't know that. Is that
Garlic
why
and onions.
That's why Italians live so long.
Yeah, garlic and onions, very good for your heart.
Very good. But yeah, spicy food, way too spicy. I couldn't...
Oh, I'm already excited about trying this.
Yeah. It shouldn't be crazy spicy because the best offset when you have something spicy is obviously cream, but then the next step is sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet combats spicy really well. So I think the honey will make it mellows it out
Yeah.
a lot. So it shouldn't be aggressive. One of the best things I think you could put it on is pizza. And massive hack, if you're do you guys make pizza at home?
Yeah.
Like homemade pizza? Instead of using regular like passata or tomato sauce, run chimichurri.
Oh.
Chimichurri sauce, and I'll show you what I've got. But I did it the other night just to try and mix it up. I did chimichurri, goat's cheese, honey, and rocket. Oh no, it's is it the guys working for the gas? Yeah, they're doing the gas works.
Don't they know we're recording a bloody podcast?
We had a guy knock on our door at 12:30 in the morning the other day. And Warwick lost his mind. I'm dozing off. I'm like closing my eyes. And this guy knocks, and I was like, yes, what can I... He was like wearing a vest and everything, properly kitted out. He was like, we're really sorry. Gas leak has been reported in the area, and obviously we've had loads of trouble
what's been
recently.
going on, yeah.
Water main burst, got into the gas system. Everybody in the village had to have their stuff changed. But basically they said they reported gas smell right outside of our house. And so we had to come in and like check our system and make sure everything was all right. Everything was okay. But now the street right outside the front of our house is ripped to shreds.
Yeah, I had to do some sort of like Grand Theft Auto spinny round to get in.
Yesterday, you weren't even allowed in that section. Dane Hill was cut off
Yeah.
from the main one.
Wow.
But yeah, so spicy food. We keep going off on tangents.
Yeah.
Sorry. You've got some treats
Okay.
for later, so I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Oh, thank you.
Next one. Would you rather give up bread?
Oh no, this is going to be like the punch a baby one for me.
This is your spicy one. Or give up cheese. Now, as you all know, as Jodi has said, her favorite combo is probably cheesy garlic bread. And that is both of those things.
Oh my god, I'm literally thinking like scenarios where either would be okay to get rid of.
Now, you're then asking yourself, do you want to give up cheese boards / charcuterie boards, or do you want to give up basically garlic bread, sandwiches, toast, butter on toast?
Any bread-based item. So
It's
like
bread.
like, what about wraps? Is that...
No. We're talking about bread.
Bread.
So bread that has been or can be sliced.
I'm going to say...
Not like gluten.
Against all my better feelings, I'm going to have to say I would give up bread because I can... yeah, because...
Whoa.
But then that's pizza, isn't it?
No.
No?
I'm talking about
Just
anything you could describe as a loaf.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm giving up bread because you can have cheese on way much more stuff. If I had to have
I
a
see your
lasagna
logic.
without cheese, I might as well just offer myself now.
I think I'm going to have to go give up bread.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even that bothered about cheese. As I've said, I don't get cheese on a burger. And I don't really care for mac and cheese. I could not go without sandwiches.
Yeah.
I do think that is
How are
one
you
of my
going to have
favorite.
the blue boar cobs?
There we go.
You can't have either.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Bread is, I think, the holy grail. I know a lot of people say cheese, and I almost want to say Meg probably falls into that category as well.
So you would give up cheese?
Yes. No, I'd give up bread.
Give up bread?
Give up bread,
Okay.
yeah.
That was a doozy.
That was worse than the spice one,
Yeah.
I would say. Would you rather sauce dolloped on the top or sauce all mixed in?
So we're looking at a spaghetti bolognese type situation, aren't we, on the picture?
But I would think this could apply to if you ever have anything Asian, they put mayo on top, or like tzatziki, salad, yeah. Any sort of kebab with the yogurt sauce.
I'm going to say sauce dolloped on the top because then it's at my discretion whether I mix it afterwards.
Is this a question of, for the rest of your life, you have to have that decision? So, like, every single time you have spaghetti, it'll be sauce on top.
Yeah, but I would have it like that anyway. I'm saying sauce on top.
I think I'd have to agree with you. Because then it sort of negates, you get to mix it anyways.
Yeah,
Or they saying sauce on top, and then you have to eat it.
Just eat around.
Just start eating it.
I'm saying sauce on top, and I am going to take my own choice as a human to mix it in. And no one's going to stop me.
I think that's a solid choice. I can't really fault you on that. Next question. Would you rather beefy chocolate milk? Now, I don't quite know what that means.
What, like?
Or chocolatey gravy.
Beef?
So are they saying, is
That's
it like
the same
fish?
thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
no,
the fish.
Beefy chocolate milk would be cold, beef-flavoured chocolate milk.
So it'd basically be Bovril.
Yeah, cold, milky Bovril.
Actually...
Your face went, it's like that meme of that woman that's like, and then goes...
Yeah, I actually think I'd go beefy chocolate milk.
It depends how beefy.
Because the beefy chocolate milk is just gravy.
No, I wouldn't drink cold gravy. Would you? Look at your ashamed face.
It's like, yeah, I would drink cold gravy. I am not proud of myself for that, but yeah, I'd probably go beefy chocolate milk, yeah. Cold gravy, basically.
But then chocolatey gravy, I don't think I would like chocolate on a roast dinner.
No, of course not.
So I think I would go beefy chocolate milk.
Have you ever had, did you guys ever get V8 here? Not the engine, but the drink, V8.
Is it carrots?
They did a carrot version later on, but they were most famous for their tomato juice.
I feel like I recognise, is it like a green carton?
Yeah, green and red.
Yeah, I recognise it. I've never had it.
So I think what most people would probably recognise it would be, it's basically premix for like Bloody Marys.
Oh, okay.
It's like a sort of a savoury, tomatoey sauce. But they made it into a drink, so it was like a savoury, salty drink, and they were like, you're getting basically your entire day's veg and fruit in one drink.
Like the original smoothie.
Yeah, but it was savoury. And it was actually really good. I liked it. I guess so it'd sort of be like that.
Yeah.
And you drank it cold. Didn't heat it up. You'd have it... I mean, it wouldn't quench your thirst. It's not something you would drink if you were like,
but
I've been outside all day.
Would beefy chocolate milk quench
No,
your thirst?
of course not. No.
That's like a vegan's nightmare.
Yeah, that would just be the worst. Right. Next question. Oh, right,
I think that might be all of them.
That might be it. So, of those questions, would you say the cheese and bread was probably the worst?
Cheese and bread was absolutely the most difficult one for me.
I was going to say the spicy one was the worst, but that was quite an easy choice to make. I knew immediately when I read it that I wanted way too spicy.
I had to really think about that
The
one.
cheese and bread, I think those are two... The only one worse than that would be like, would you rather have only garlic or only tomato? So, if you have garlic, you can't have any tomato seasoning or tomatoes, ketchup.
Garlic.
Oh, garlic bread, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Garlic
solid.
bread.
I mean, you basically lose pizzas.
No, you don't.
Tomato sauce.
Don't have to have sauce. I used to have a white pizza, which was...
Is that the same?
Yeah, garlic butter base. It's like the garlic butter on the base of the pizza. chicken, sweet corn, mozzarella. No tomato, and it was delicious. It was just like a fancy garlic bread.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to pizza. That probably does taste good, but I wouldn't call that pizza.
Ooh.
Which I know is going to make me sound like an
Becoming
absolute...
philosophical.
I sound like an asshole, basically.
You do sound like an asshole.
But I would say the best pizza you could order, especially if you were going to a new pizza place.
Margarita,
absolutely.
bit of fresh basil.
You can't... It's very simple. It sort of allows the ingredients to shine.
Where do you stand on stuffed crust then?
I'm not a fan.
Oh!
I don't like stuffed crust.
Heavens above.
Because I feel like the pizza is so many different ingredients, usually, or it's like a combination of ingredients, and the crust is sort of like the palate cleanser at the end of that, where you can like dip it in some marinara. It's like having it's like having,
dessert,
you have like a
dessert.
you have like a burger and chips, and like you eat the burger, you have some chips. It's like that, but they're just connected. So like the crust at the end is your chips.
So if we ever have a takeaway pizza, I always have stuffed crust.
With what, cheese?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't. I'm not even that into cheese.
Like garlic and cheese inside.
I see the appeal because it's basically cheese sticks.
But what I do is I eat the body.
Oh God, this is the chicken nugget thing all over again.
Do you know what? Someone messaged me and was like, "I do that."
What? No!
Yeah.
Stop!
Yep.
You
The
were
chicken is the dessert.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The chicken is the dessert. The batter
Why
is
would
the
you-
main. But with the pizza, I eat the body, save the cheesy crust.
Oh, what? So you have a little pile at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Like
makes
a-
sense.
Like a kindling fire.
Little logs.
Of the crusts.
Right.
And then that's what I have afterwards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. That makes sense. You just, instead of having it all at the same time, you like to separate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that makes the stuffed crust more acceptable in my mind. Because it's like, okay, it's not stuffed crust, it's cheese sticks or whatever you're stuffed to. Have you seen the ones that they stuff with a hot dog?
Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me.
No. If I'm having
It's a little bit
It's American.
sexy.
A little bit sexy.
Yeah, like
You've put the hot dog in the crust.
Yeah. I listened to too much Bloody Nose Gang.
Oh, God. What is it? Blood Eyes? What's it? Bloodhounds. Blood Eyes.
Blood Eyes.
Blood Eyes.
Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, Bloodhound Gang. I thought you just said Dog Gang or something like that.
No.
What did you say?
What?
Do you say Bloodhound Gang?
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What were we saying? I've completely lost what the conversation was.
Cheese or bread.
Cheese or bread. Yeah, that was the original.
I've got some more questions for you.
Go on.
I think this might be... I could probably predict it, but it might be tricky. Would you rather only be able to eat ravioli or only be able to eat dumplings?
Dumplings.
Same.
Yeah. I don't get me wrong, ravioli's great, but I just think dumplings are so more versatile.
Would you rather eat pizza for breakfast every morning or pancakes for dinner every night?
Pizza for breakfast.
Same.
Yeah. Because cold pizza for breakfast, I think, is a...
I don't eat cold pizza.
Jodi, come on.
No.
No, cold pizza is almost like... I'm not going to say it's better than regular pizza, but I mean... It's an iconic...
No.
Wow.
Nope.
Is it just the texture? Or is it...
But just don't...
Do you find that savory things for you have to be hot?
Not
Like,
necessarily.
can you name a meal that you really enjoy that's savory but is also had cold?
Something I would eat cold that is savoury.
I mean, the immediate that comes to mind is sushi. But barring that...
I could eat, like, cooked meat cold. So, like, if I made a roast, like at the minute, I did pork loin for dinner last night, saved the pork, it's in the fridge now, and I could happily just slice bits of that off and eat it.
Yeah, almost like a prosciutto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love me a charcuterie board.
Antipasti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Okay, yeah.
Okay, a world without French fries or a world without onion rings?
world without onion rings.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know your feelings on that.
I do like onion rings, but I just think you can't. Getting rid of the French fry is absurd. That's like getting rid of currency. How are you supposed to? We can't even operate.
I think I could predict this one. Never eat a grilled cheese again, or never eat mac and cheese again.
Never eat mac and cheese again.
I thought you'd say that. Give up bagels or give up pasta? We're asking the hard-hitting questions here.
Shit, that's a difficult one because I do like a bagel sandwich. And I absolutely think butter on a toasted bagel is better than butter on toast.
Yes.
Because I that's just the best way.
So you'd give up pasta? Is that where we're angling?
I don't think I could give up pasta. Pasta.
Pasta.
You went, man, I do love some pasta.
You went very British then.
Or country. It's weird how British sort of aligns up a lot with, like, southern United States.
Yep.
Anyways, sorry. We won't
So
turn
what are you
this
giving
into-
up? Bagels or pasta?
It's got to be bagels.
You're going to give up bagels.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Holy
bagels.
cannoli. Would you rather eat Lunchables every day for a year or cup noodles every day for a year? Just as it is, really basic. You can't add your garbage.
I just think from a health standpoint, it's going to have to be Lunchables. Because I think that consuming that amount of sodium would probably
I am
make your
concerned
heart-
about Andy because he has a kimchi noodle pot every day at work. Most days at work.
Does he?
And then he saw something.
Does he drink a lot of water?
Yeah, I'd say so. But he came home and he was like, I read something today that suggests that it's not actually that good for you. So, no, I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of sodium.
Would you rather get salad pizza every time you order pizza or get a Hawaiian pizza every time you order pizza?
Salad pizza? What is that?
Well, it's just like a picture of like rocket and tomato.
It'd be salad pizza, because I love salad anyways. Yeah. I don't really care. I know the whole pineapple on pizza is like a big deal, but no, that's not even a pizza. I wouldn't even call it a pizza, to be honest.
This one might be a tricky one for you. Onions. So basically, you've got to choose between never having onions or never having pickles again.
Oh.
Found his cheese versus bread.
Does that mean pickles as in all pickled veg, not just like your typical gherkins or like dill pickles? Are they talking about anything that has been pickled you were not allowed to have?
The picture is of pickles.
Like the classic gherkin,
sliced pickles,
cucumber, pickled cucumber.
Never have onions again or never have pickles again.
If it's never have pickles as in only pickles, then I would say that. But if it's anything that's pickled, including like peppers and chilies, then I would have to get rid of the onions. Just because I couldn't.
See, I would give up pickles.
Because that also means you then couldn't have kimchi.
That's okay, I'm over kimchi.
You won't be in the future, though. Future Jodi will find
You
her
don't
love.
know me well enough, David.
You
You do not know me.
What did you just say recently? You said that you just came back recently to something that you like despised for a while because you had it too much.
Had it too much.
You said there was something you had too much, and you've recently had it again and gone, oh, I remember why I like it.
Oh, I can't remember.
I can't. Our voice notes. This is why we started this podcast. The amount of voice notes.
Yeah. I'd give up pickles because I think onions are so much more versatile.
I love onions. Can you have? Are you good with onions raw? Yeah.
Raw red onion. Talk dirty to me.
There we go.
Oh, this is an Americanism one.
Okay, here we go.
A life without tater tots or a life without mashed potatoes?
That was also, can I just say, fantastic accent.
I've watched a lot of Ozark recently.
I would say, that is a tough one because I don't have them very often, if ever, but I do love tater tots.
Is a tater tot like a little hash brown?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Perfect.
Yeah, tiny hash browns, basically.
I would have life without tater tots then. I couldn't live without mashed potatoes.
I think you're right. It goes with so many different meals, you just couldn't.
And leftovers, you can make banging fish cakes.
Yeah, can't fault that logic. Yeah, I'd have to be without the other one.
You could give up both of these. Candy or soda.
I would say give up soda. Because I do enjoy a sweet, although I wouldn't struggle to give up either of them, because I don't really consume that many sweets. But yeah, I don't drink soda ever. It's never. Now, if they're talking about like soda water, but if they mean like sweet fizzy drinks, I never. I genuinely couldn't tell you the last time I had a sweet fizzy drink. It just does. It makes me thirstier after having it. I have that. You know how you ever been out on a hot day and you have a Coke, and your mouth goes.
Been on many hot dates.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. You ever been on a hot date?
You ever been on a hot date and they're just really giving it to you?
I'm so thirsty afterwards.
I'm just famished.
I found another one. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, never taste pizza again or never enjoy a refreshing soda again.
Never enjoy a refreshing soda.
You never enjoy a refreshing soda anyway.
I enjoy a refreshing glass of water.
Oh, sorry about that background.
Jesus, what are they doing?
Noise. Be unable to eat any kind of pasta or live your life without your favourite soup.
I'm not a big soup person, so I'd say
what
probably...
if it's like a ramen soup?
Damn it. I didn't consider ramen a soup.
The next one's going to get you too.
If we're including ramen and pho, then I would live a life without... What was the other one?
Pasta.
Pasta,
Ooh.
Yeah. Because ramen and pho are both... They have technically pasta, noodles.
Isn't it a broth?
But is pasta mean noodles, or does it mean...
Noodles?
How do you say noodle?
Noodles.
Noodles!
You said it like it was N.
Where's me noodles?
You said it like it had an N and a U, like noodles.
Noodles.
I would eat noodles.
The amount of words we're coming across that just... Noodles.
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 You're saying it. It sounds like you're saying it like the word new. N-E-W.
Right.
Noodles.
How would you say that little animal, N-E-W-T?
Newt.
So I'd say a newt.
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 It reminds me of Matilda. It's a snake. It's a salamander. It's a newt.
It's a salamander.
Right, this one might be a tricky one for you, sir. Would you rather give up ice cream or never have a cup of coffee again?
God. Oh, that's a horrible question.
What's it called? A fraggiaggio or whatever it's called.
Affogato. A fraggiato.
Sounds like a really elaborate sundae.
A fraggiato.
What is
Sounds
it?
like a rank within the mafia.
He's called?
Just been made Fugiato.
What's it called?
What? Affogato. Jodi.
What a hilarious name, because I did forgetto.
Oh, but you immediately forgot it.
Yeah.
I literally told you, like, what?
Affogato.
Affogato. Affogato.
I did.
Oh, okay. I forgot. That's a good one. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's tough. So, ice cream or coffee?
Mm-hmm. Never the twain shall meet.
Oh, man. I would probably have to give up ice cream. Yeah. I don't
Hold
think
in your face.
That's just a rude question, to be honest.
How dare you?
That's like, you shouldn't be asking people that. That's inappropriate. We're going to have to label this NSFW now. This whole podcast is going to be unmonetizable.
Yeah. That's probably the worst question that anyone's ever asked anyone.
That's worse than bread and cheese.
I don't know. I could probably give up ice cream.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give up ice cream.
I didn't find it such a...
that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Because that's basically means I cannot order for dessert ever what I normally order for dessert. Affogato.
I'm never going to remember.
What did you call it? Fudgiato?
Fudgiato.
That's the name of the episode. Fudgiato. I'm going to have to figure out how to spell that.
Affogato.
Affogato.
Yeah.
Would you rather affogato or affogato?
Would you rather give up burgers or fries?
Fries. No! That's a tough one as well. Because a burger is just a fancy sandwich. I would say...
They're not just a fancy sandwich.
They are.
They are not.
That's a tough one. I would probably have to say give up fries, because I don't think I could give up burgers.
Whenever I have burger and chips, or anything with chips, I always eat my chips first before anything. And Andy's always like...
Is that because you're most excited about the chips?
I don't know. I've always eaten the chips first, and Andy's like, you're gonna ruin like your burger.
But then you do find if you get a burger and you're famished and you start on the burger, it's gone in like 10 minutes. Yeah. I mean, for me, I can do it in like 3.
Best way to eat a burger? Upside down.
What?
You try it. Next time, I'm pointing.
I did burgers last night, so I think there's one left in the fridge, and Meg's not really bothered about burgers, so I'll probably end up having them.
Next time you have a burger, eat it upside down.
I will be able to test this later today.
It's going to change your life.
I've never done that. I always make an effort, actually, to eat it right side up.
So listen up, right?
Okay.
The bun has this sort of apex shape, doesn't it? The rounded top.
Yeah.
Your top jaw doesn't move. Your bottom jaw, however, has leverage. So you can get more burger in. With that sound effect as well.
This is the physics behind how to genuinely stuff more food in your mouth.
Yeah. The most efficient way to eat a burger.
How to maximize mouth space with Jodi. Mm-hmm. That's your TED Talk.
But it's so funny watching Andy eat burgers because I laugh that he's got a really small mouth. So when I make burgers,
calling him out on the podcast.
He's got little eyes and a little mouth. He's like a filter that someone's just pinched.
The scrub daddies.
Yeah. Both eyes, mouth. So,
right.
Yeah, when he eats a burger, he literally does this. And his whole body convulses while he's trying to get his mouth in.
Because he's just like,
because I've made it for Jodi's mouth. And he can't fit his burger in his mouth.
His lips are about to split apart.
Yep.
Jesus.
Gives himself a Chelsea smile.
Right, should we wrap this up soon?
I reckon so.
We are close to the end here.
Ended with a good piece of advice on how to eat a burger.
I don't think I've laughed that hard in a while. That was really good.
Yeah, our past few episodes have been a little bit more like serious to the point, whereas that one was quite a laugh.
Hilarious. Right, so we are going to record another episode.
We are going to do a couple of lunges.
Couldn't tell you what it's going to be about.
No, I'm excited to just dive straight into something.
Straight in. So we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.